Hey YouTube, what is going on? Brandon here with another ink installation video, and of course today we have the Canon Maxify G5020. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you how to install the ink bottles on this printer, and it seems like it could be simple, but if you haven't done this before, it can be a bit complicated. Now if this video ends up being helpful, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below, and if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. And remember, you can always leave a donation with the super thanks button down below if you find that this video ends up being above and beyond helpful. Of course, the donation is above and beyond. So the first ink bottle we're going to be starting off with is the black ink. So you're going to take your bottle, you're going to unscrew the cap, and then you're going to lift the covers for the black ink compartment. Now, one thing I will note is that each one of these ink bottles has a pattern that will correlate directly to the ink nozzle, the ink compartment, the ink connection that you're going to be connecting to. And all you want to do is you want to flip the bottle over, connect it up with that pattern, and you will be able to start seeing the ink transfer from the bottle down into the ink compartment. So if the bottle doesn't fit and you know it's the correct color, try turning it clockwise until it fits in place. It should ultimately fit, and there shouldn't be any ink spillage when the bottle is flipped over like that. There's a technology, or rather a system within the bottle that doesn't allow that to happen. So once the ink is totally full, you then want to, slightly move it around. Of course, you don't want to squeeze these bottles at all at any point. They're not meant for that. But if you have a little bit of ink left over, you do want to save that ink. So set that aside and, use it at a later time whenever your ink starts to run a little bit low. Now we're going to be installing the colored ink bottles. You have cyan, magenta, and yellow. You can simultaneously load cyan and yellow, and I will be doing that. You really don't have to do that, to be honest, but it's something that I usually like to do to speed up this process. Now I'm going to be showing you the pattern on each one of these bottles. Each one of them is going to be different, and that's going to help prevent you from installing the incorrect ink color to the incorrect ink compartment. So this will prevent you from installing the cyan into magenta and yellow into cyan, and then you can switch them all around. That way you are installing the correct ink bottles. Installing the wrong color can really cause some problems. And you see the patterns there within the ink compartment connection points, and you see the correlating ink bottles. All right, so here we go. We are going to flip up cyan and yellow, and we're going to be filling up these tanks. You see that fits right in place. The yellow fit right in place as well. Again, you can turn it clockwise or counterclockwise until you see that it is fitting in place. Now, this isn't a competition, but it looks like if it was, cyan would have won this one. It could have been because I installed yellow, a few seconds later. So there you have it. You want to see the ink tank completely full. There's that window you can see there very obviously. You want that to be at the very top because you want this ink compartment to be able to produce at its maximum capacity. So now we're going to be installing the final ink bottle, and that is the magenta. And you see there, nothing complicated. You flip it upside down, you install it, make sure it's fitting in place, and then you can allow the ink to drip from the bottle into the ink compartment. Again, there's no intervention needed from your end to get that process going. It will simply take care of itself. You will then remove the ink bottle. If there's a little bit of ink left over, enough for you to say, this can top off a little bit later on, then you set it aside and keep it. But if not, you can most likely just discard it. Now, as I end the video, one thing I really wanted to mention was remanufactured ink for this printer. It's going to be less expensive for you. It's going to be the exact same process of installation. You don't have any chips involved in this, so there's not going to be any error codes. I highly recommend you consider using some remanufactured ink. So I will be leaving a link down in the description below for your convenience so that you can purchase some remanufactured ink at a low price. Again, please make sure to like the video. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. That's really all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.